NBC Sports in Action with Jim Simpson, brought to you by the Wilkinson Sword Blade, finest shaving edge in the world, Wilkinson Sword, and by U.S. Royal Tires, a member of the Uniroyal family.
Today, the Vesper Boat Club of Philadelphia, winner of the Olympic gold medal in Tokyo, meets Harvard, called by some the best crew ever assembled. It is the dream of all oarsmen around the world to win at Henley-on-Thames, for the Henley Regatta has become known as the yearly World's Championships of Rowing. I'm Jim Simpson at Henley-on-Thames, and I'll return with the Henley Regatta in a moment on NBC Sports in Action.
The Wilkinson Sword Blade, finest shaving edge in the world. Stainless steel, made in England. Once you use it, you will never want to shave with anything else. Why? The Wilkinson Sword Blade is made like no other blade in the world. Rare Swedish steel, the Wilkinson Sword Blade. Heated 1976 degrees hot. Frozen 94 degrees below zero. The Wilkinson Sword Blade. Polished 16 times. Inspected 22 times. The Wilkinson Sword Blade. Stropped in costly Swiss oxhide until the shaving edge is the finest in the world. And it stays sharp, shave after shave after shave. Put a sword in your razor. Wilkinson Sword Blades, from the masters of the cutting edge since 1772.
This is the ancient, quaint, and idyllic setting of Henley-on-Thames, about 30 miles outside of London. Most American visitors to England recognize the Thames only as a surging river that flows past the Tower of London, with a great deal of river traffic. Not many are familiar with this idyllic setting, as we said, 30 miles from London, where once a year it is rather the World's Championships of Rowing. The official name is the Royal Regatta at Henley. A little bit later on, NBC Sports in Action itself will break this rather idyllic setting in order to take you to Daytona Beach, Florida, for the International Grand Prix of Motorcycle Racing. But now to the story here at Henley-on-Thames. The greatest collegiate crew in history is what they call Harvard, an eight that has come on to win everything in the United States and is the favorite to take the Grand Challenge Cup here at Henley-on-Thames. However, there is another crew standing in its way. As a matter of fact, two others. The finalists of the 1964 Olympic Games in Tokyo, the Vesper Boat Club of Philadelphia, plus the Ratzeburg Boat Club of Germany. The question is Harvard that good? Before coming to England, NBC Sports in Action visited Cambridge, Massachusetts for one of Harvard's final workouts. This is the crew that until the recent Eastern Sprint Championships never won a race by less than 5 lengths. In recent years, the only team to beat it, the Vesper Boat Club of Philadelphia. And here is their coach, Harry Parker, himself a gold medalist sculler in the Pan American Games and a finalist here at Henley, as well as number 2 man in the Pennsylvania crew that won in Henley in 1955. We asked Coach Parker, you have a twofold purpose, to beat Vesper as well as win the Henley Championship.
Yes, it is a twofold proposition. We're going to Henley because we'd like very much to win the Grand Challenge Cup, but we had heard that Vesper might be there, and we're very anxious to pit ourselves against competition of that caliber. But I do consider this year's Harvard crew as faster than last year's Harvard crew. I think it'd be presumptuous of us or any crew to claim that they were faster than Vesper was in '64. Not only were they the fastest crew in the United States, but they were the fastest in the world, and an extremely strong and fast crew. Basic preparation was carried through in the earlier spring with some good hard work at less than racing cadence, as well as some serious training right at racing cadence. Since then, we've concentrated a bit more on the pace that we'll need for that distance.
This is the Harvard crew, a veteran crew. 4 of them have been together in the same boat since their freshman year at Cambridge. But the Harvard crew, as great as it is, has quite a challenge in this first heat of the Grand Challenge Cup. They must meet the Vesper Rowing Club of Philadelphia.
1964, a tumultuous presidential election. And now, a magnificent book by Chet Huntley, David Brinkley, and the staff of NBC News.
This is Edwin Newman on the convention floor, now to John Chancellor.
Something going on here. I'm not leaving the convention. They are kicking me out.
Scared to death, I guess, but very honored.
Yellow streamers, balloons. As yet, we have not had the release of those 10 million pieces of gold foil.
A vicious campaign.
Extremism in the defense of liberty.
The worst Republican defeat since 1936.
Let us be on our way.
It can be described as nonsense, and often it is. But somehow it works.
A gripping story, graphically told. Another example of the great reporting of NBC News.